This is Curtis at thedigitalphotocoach.com. I'm going to show you how to take an image that is kind of harsh in some aspects and soften it using Photoshop's vignetting action. If you look at this image, it's rather nice, I think, but it bothers me the way the wrist seems to be just severed. It's almost like an amputation here. So I want to soften this transition, and it's not going to look right if I just soften here, so I'm going to soften all the way around it. To do this, I need to with the actions palette open, and you see there's a set of actions here called default. These are the ones that come with Photoshop. All these others are ones that I've created for my own use. You can build your own actions in Photoshop if you have something that you do repetitively. It can save you quite a bit of time. But today we're going to work with the default actions, and I'll open it, and right at the very top is vignette, and it has a selection in parentheses, and that means that the vignette action requires a selection to be made before you start running it. Something else about it, notice that if we expand it, there is a box here which I can click to turn off or click to turn on. If I turn it off, then it's going to proceed without allowing any interaction. But if I turn it on, it will stop and allow me to make choices. And I want it turned on because I want to make another choice about feathering rather than just going with the default 5-pixel radius for feathering. So I'm going to use the selection tool because I need a selection. I will choose the rectangular tool, and I already have it set here to feather 250 pixels. That'll give me nice rounded corners, and I'll just go ahead and do this. And you can see now by the marching ants around the selection area that it has this rounded corners. And I can now simply run the action by clicking on the forward arrow. And as I said, it would stop and allow me to interact with it. So I'm going to say I want another 250 pixels of feathering, and say OK. And it has run through the rest of the steps now. And we have this feathered image that's over a white background. Now I might want to soften this a little bit more. And one way to do that would be to do a little blurring. I can select the layer that has the feathered image on it and filter and choose blur and Gaussian blur. And actually I tested this a little bit ago with 5 pixels, and that looked kind of good to me. If I go more, this is really overdoing it. If I go in maybe somewhere in between, like that, it still seems to be overdoing it. I can turn the preview on and off so you can see how much the change is. And before I said I liked around 5 pixels, so I'm going to choose that number, and we'll preview it with it on, with it off now. And I like the slight amount of blurring, so I'm going to accept that and say OK. And now I think I would like to put a white frame or background around this, so I'm going to go to Image, Canvas Size, and I'm going to leave this checked at relative. That if I check it, it gives me the original canvas size. It's about 8 inches square. I'm going to go with relative, and that means that whatever numbers I put in here are going to be added to that 8 inches. And I'll put a ½ inch all the way around the pixel, so it has 1/4 inch borders all the way around. And I've chosen for white and select OK. And now I have a larger canvas, and I can get my paint bucket, make sure that white is selected, not black or some other color, and click a couple of times on that bottom layer. And now I have this nice image that is softened with the vignetting around the edges. It's blurred slightly, and it's been put in a white frame. And I think we're done. So I thank you for watching, and I remind you that you can go to the digitalphotocoach.com, and there you will find Photoshop and Lightroom tutorials, as well as a lot of articles talking about various aspects of photography intended to help you become a better photographer. And I thank you once again.